And you don't see a lot of shock action like you do right here.
Right here, I mean, that's a great example. He's just kind of dancing over the tops of the jumps. Cameron Steele just standing on the throttle right there. If you can build enough speed, you can kind of dance over the top of the jumps and not go all the way in, up, and out. Right now, dealing with some dusty conditions. The good news here is it's a little breezy, and if it's breezy, it'll blow the dust out of the way so the guy behind doesn't have to deal with him. By the way, how do you make a pass out here? You roll up on the back bumper, you nerf them one time, you let them know I'm here. The second time, you move them.
Yeah, and if they don't really heed the device the first time by, it may be quite troublesome. Once again, if you watch these trucks, watch the bodies, and then you'll know exactly what the suspensions are doing.
Good look at the drivers there as Cameron Steele pulls into his pit.
And watch how many crew members get after this truck, Ken.
Go down! Did you get him his ball? He's good. No! We're doing pretty good. We're still in second place on the course right now. Cameron's feeling pretty good. Tires are holding up well. Took on another 50 gallons of fuel, so truck looks good. Cameron's about 7 minutes behind McMillen right now. So we're doing good. We're in good position.
With 200 miles yet to go, they have plenty of time to make up that distance.
Here again, we talk about that dancing on top of the dirt here, and even with the great big bumps. Again, another opportunity here to watch the bodies, how little true travel there is in the bodies, and then the wheels themselves with the shocks up and down quite a good bit.
Taking a look at the suspension, that is an upper and lower control arm, obviously the lower part of the shock. And here is Andy McMillen again getting it done. The best that money can buy, I promise you, is inside of that truck right there. We are talking about million-dollar programs out here. The attrition will suck up the best. An opportunity if they can pull off a quick one to actually get out ahead of Andy McMillen. Here we go.
Go that way. We got it, buddy. Easy. Right. We turned him that quick. We got him in and out. We got 2 tires changed. We got the brakes bled, fueled, everything turned around, and we got him out ahead of Andy McMillen. So we're doing good. We're feeling good. So hopefully we can make some time on him. And, you know, he's still sitting there. So hopefully we're going to get some good time on him, stretch him out, and we'll be good.
By the way, Keith Fraser there is bleeding the brakes. What we've just heard over the radio is that Cameron Steele actually drove part of this course a little bit earlier on with no brakes because they had run over a rock, damaged brake lines, and they had lost some brakes on that machine, but obviously they're back functioning now.
They're about race mile 46, and we've got Andy about 10 seconds behind Cameron, which means he's ahead of him about 20 seconds on corrected time. So we're really coming down to the wire here. It's going to be a real close one.
And problems over, I believe that's Cameron Steele, who is pulled over possibly with a flat tire.
Oh, man.
It is shredded. So those guys now are going to be at a huge deficit again. But you never know what's going to happen to Andy McMillen. He could also have troubles. This thing is not over yet.
Cameron's got to fix his flat, get back on the road, and get back in front of us and beat us here to the finish line by about a minute. So we're in a good spot. Andy's a smart kid. He'll keep it on the dance floor and, you know, just get it here to the finish line.
Wow, McMillen doing a great job there. Tough break.
Boy, just sailing out there now, trying to make up for lost time. Cameron Steele back on the course.
We've got a flat tire right around mile 46. Looks like they got out and changed it. They're back moving again, and we're doing good. So we're sitting in a solid second.
Kind of like the final laps of any circle track race or road course event anywhere, kid. That pedal is to the metal, baby.
That's the man that's in first, Andy McMillen and his standout team leading these guys around here. But as we saw them take off for the final lap, they were literally right there within seconds of each other, and Cameron Steele had a flat tire. They pulled over, got in the hunt. We don't want to forget Rick Johnson, who's also right there as well.
We're having some problems with the air filter right now. Our air filter's getting a little bit clogged. If it gets any worse, we're going to have to stop them and change an air filter, which is, we can do it in about a minute, but I don't know if we have that much time on Cameron.
Well, needless to say, if that thing gets plugged up, it will get plugged up solid to the point that the engine won't get the much-needed air that it needs to provide horsepower. Look at how difficult the terrain is right there, man. It is brutal out there on the final lap.
About 45 miles left in the race, and I think we're about 4.5 miles behind him. I think we got a good chance to catch him. So it looks good. Anything can happen. So, you know, it's the last bit.
That's the last bit, and I'll tell you what, Ken, 45 miles can seem like an eternity when you got to make up 4 minutes.
We don't want to forget Rick Johnson, too. He's only 2 minutes behind Cameron Steele. So there's 3 players in here without a doubt.
They're around race mile 80. Right here is race mile 80. So they got, if they're right around race mile 80, they got a little bit more slow stuff. And once they get past this check, it's pretty wide open.
And that last stretch is pretty much flat out. It's a lot smoother than what you're seeing right there. And keep in mind, that is a 7,000-pound truck bouncing the front end off the ground.
7,000-pound truck, and baby, we are coming down to the wire. McMillen and Steele.
Steele out there getting it done, standing on the throttle hard. Something's going to happen to McMillen for Steele to have a shot at winning this deal. Here comes Andy McMillen through the pits right now, or actually about to enter the pits, and this course actually winds through the pit area before he can get to the finish line. But he has just a little bit to go here. And you mentioned physical attrition as we watch Cameron again. Cameron Steele in his 40s, but rides literally thousands and thousands of miles a year down in the Mexico area on his dirt bike to keep himself in excellent shape, as are most of these drivers. And that is it. Andy McMillen will pull off the win here. Congratulations to his team. An excellent job.
Man, some 8.5 hours. 8 hours, 27 minutes, and you're champ.
That's what I'm talking about, baby.
It is a big team effort. Here comes Cameron Steele across the stripe as well. Congratulations to them. They will miss it by just a few minutes here, but a fairly solid effort. Rick Johnson and the General Tire back machine finishes up in 3rd place.
Congratulations. This race goes way back for you. You were just a baby when your family first won it, and now you get to win it yourself. How's it feel, man?
You know, it's just a great accomplishment. We had far from a perfect day, but our team just persevered, and we have great guys working on our team. It was definitely a nerve-wracking last lap, and it just feels great to be on top.
Cameron Steele to his machine in his 2nd place spot, Ken.
Gets a kiss from his wife, Heidi, former champion and driver of the year from a year ago.
You know, honestly, I don't have a lot of complaints. We've raced 4 big races this year. We've finished 2nd, 1st, and 2nd. You know, it's a team effort, and you never know what's going to happen. That's the best thing about off-road racing. It's kind of a crapshoot, but we're in Vegas, right? So let's roll the dice. I was hoping for Yahtzee, and I just crapped out.